I'm Jackie. I just wanted to let you know that anything that you say in here will not leave this room. So feel free and comfortable to tell me anything that you would like.
Okay.
So, we can first start off with your name.
Kaylee.
You're Kaylee. So what brought you in today?
My family thinks I need to be here.
You do? Why is that?
'Cause they think that my drug problem is affecting my life.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's affecting you?
No. I mean, a little.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, so I'm going to do it.
Can you tell me specifically what drug it is? Or what drugs?
Heroin.
Heroin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you think it is a little bit affecting your life?
I mean, I like it. I like to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not... I mean, I have to have it.
You have to have it?
Mm-hmm.
So you're dependent on it, would you say?
I guess.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So, tell me how this all started, I guess.
I started drinking when I was like 12, and I kind of got into doing heroin and when I was around like 14, 15, and I'm 20 now, so about 5 years.
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why do you think you started at such a young age?
My friends were doing it. My boyfriend was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing it.
Okay.
And I love it.
So it was more of a social thing, would you say?
It started that way.
Uh-huh.
No, it's not.
It's not now.
Mm-mm.
Because you're dependent on it?
Because I want it all for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to share it with anybody.
So do you do it by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your life looking like right now? Where are you at?
Right now I'm living with my parents. Back with my parents. I was living with my boyfriend, but he kicked me out.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because he caught me stealing his stuff to sell for heroin.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was that relationship like?
Basically, I used him for a place to live so I could get my drugs.
Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't say that it wasn't a romantic relationship for you?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
What was it for him?
Mm-hmm. Sex.
It was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Looking back at that relationship, are you happy that you're not in it anymore?
I wish I still had a place to stay because my parents are always yelling at me to stop doing drugs.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something I want to do.
So you don't want to be doing things?
No, I want to be doing drugs.
Oh.
I don't want to stop.
You don't want to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And they want you to.
Mm-hmm.
So is there that constant bickering and argumentation about the drugs?
Yeah. Sometimes I just want them to give me money to do it because I don't understand what my withdrawal is like.
So do you do heroin every day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You do?
Sometimes more than once a day.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like you get out of heroin?
It's like an escape, kind of,
Mm-hmm.
from everything. I don't have to worry about anything. All I really think about is when I'm going to get it again.
What exactly do you feel like you're trying to escape from?
Just life.
Life?
I didn't graduate. I don't have a job. I just want to be me and happy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, the heroin gives you happiness
Mm-hmm.
while you're on it.
Yep.
What is life like for you when you're not on it then?
It sucks.
It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you some time here, and I would like you to picture your life without heroin, completely
Mm-hmm.
not in it. Think of a sober lifestyle for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of just take some time and think about that and let me know.
I just don't want to picture my life without heroin. It brings me my happiness. I don't want to worry about getting a job, and I don't even think I could get a job because I didn't graduate. I've been arrested for it, so I have a criminal history. It just fucked up.
Yeah. So at this point, you think heroin is all you're going to get out of life?
It brings me my happiness.
So it brings you happiness when you're on it.
Mm-hmm.
When you're off of it, you said that your life sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if you didn't have heroin at all, do you feel like you could find sober happiness?
It would take a lot of work, and I don't know if I'm willing to do all of that. Like, everyone just thinks that I could just stop and be happy, but it would take a lot more than that to make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's a hard addiction to have, and people don't realize that. Especially my parents.
Yeah.
And they just like add stress to my life by nagging at me to stop doing it, but it's not that easy.
Would you get help?
If I had to, if I had no other choice, I would.
But you don't think you're at that point right now?
I'm getting close to that point. Because
So
if I get kicked out of my parents' house again, I'll be on the streets, so.
Okay. How does that make you feel?
Hopeless a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Do you see you getting to that point soon?
It kind of just depends. It's like a ticking time bomb when they're just going to have enough of dealing with me.
That would be your rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so, but when you hit rock bottom, there's no other way to go but up, right?
Mm-hmm. I guess.
So do you feel like you would seek help then?
I mean, I guess I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really want to stop doing it because I know that the withdrawal symptoms could like kill me. I don't think I can do without it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think heroin has brought good to your life?
When I'm high, yes. Mm-hmm.
But overall?
Probably not.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's brought bad to your life?
Yeah. It's helped me escape a lot of the bad, though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's the reason why there is bad though?
Mm-hmm. I think there's bad in everybody's life.
Yeah.
Whether they do heroin or not.
Yeah. What was your life like before you started heroin?
It was in high school and middle school, drinking. I mean, it was fine before I started drinking, but then I started hanging out with people that were doing cooler things, so I started doing them too. Fit in.
So it all started, so it was a social thing to begin with.
Mm-hmm. And then now everyone's either in rehab or dead or just not around anymore that I did it with, so I do it by myself.
So do you see your life going in that direction as well?
Probably.
How does it make you feel?
Like I'm worthless.
Mm-hmm. So, since we're on the subject of how you feel about yourself, what other things do you feel when you think about yourself?
I like that I don't have to feel anything when I'm on heroin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that I'm a mess up, and I think my parents think I'm a mess up, so there's no point in changing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if you were heroin free, that you would think, and other people would think better of you?
I know other people would, but I don't want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. So what's your relationship like with your parents?
I know they still care about me, but I've caused them a lot of debt and problems. They probably would be better off if I wasn't around them. I feel like they're embarrassed by me.
What was your relationship with them before you started using heroin?
And they were really strict.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are some other relationships that you have in your life?
I have a little sister, but my parents don't want me hanging around her very often. Like, they try to keep her busy and away from me, so I'm not a negative influence on her. And I don't talk to any of my friends anymore because I've stolen from them or just burned bridges.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So do you have any positive relationships?
My parents care about me
Uh-huh.
a little bit. They must. They're putting up with me.
What would your life look like if you didn't have your parents in your life?
I'd probably be in jail or prostituting again.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're no longer doing prostitution?
Not right now.
Not right now.
Mm-hmm.
When do you feel comfortable telling me what it was like when you were doing prostitution, or can you go a little more in depth?
I was usually on heroin whenever I did it, so I didn't feel much.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like doing it, but I felt like I had to do it in order to get more drugs.
Mm-hmm. So strictly just, it was...
I felt like I had no other option other than just, I couldn't be drug free.
So it was just for the heroin?
Mm-hmm. It made me feel wanted a little bit, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. And so you do see yourself possibly going back to prostitution if you needed to?
If that was my last resort, yeah.
So what's your source? How are you getting money at this point?
Well, I was getting it from prostitution, but now I have to clean around my house, my parents' house, for money, but sometimes I just take it from them. I could tell it upsets them, but I don't care. I need my drugs.
So all your money goes straight to drugs?
Yeah, I don't have anything else to spend it on.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to spend some money on nice things for yourself?
What's the point?
Okay. So, do you feel good about yourself?
No.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
What are some ways do you think that I could change that?
getting my GED,
Okay.
maybe. I feel like that would be hard.
You feel like it would be hard? Why is
It's
that?
been some years since I've been in school, and I've seen a lot of things, and I don't see the point in doing it if I'm going to be provided for by my parents.
Do you think you're going to get cut off? At some point?
Probably.
Then you would go and get your GED?
No, I'd prostitute.
You'd possibly.
Yeah.
If getting your GED would make you feel better about yourself, why wouldn't you want to do it?
Just the amount of work and thought it goes into getting all that set up, and it just stresses me out.
What are some other things that you feel like you could do?
Get a job.
Okay.
To provide for myself. But I don't feel like I could make it through a whole shift without using. And a lot of people won't hire me because of my past.
What's your past holding? How is your past holding you back?
Being arrested for using drugs. Not getting my diploma, high school diploma.
You know those two things could be fixed. What are your
Just,
thoughts
it's a
on
lot of stress. It's a lot for me all at once to have to do all of this stuff. It just makes me want to go into a hole. Yeah.
Do you think all that stress, all that stress and hard work on the little things, don't you think it would get better? Might it better your life than it would pay off?
Probably.
So the struggle a little bit would end up helping you. Does
Yeah.
that seem worth it?
Could be, but it could fail.
Are you scared of failing?
Yeah. I think everybody is.
Yeah. I think that is a lot of. I think that's what holds a lot of people back with fear. Not succeeding. What does your life look like for you? Or what is it? What do you think about when you think of where you're at? You're gonna be in 10 years. When you're 30.
I will probably, if I'm continuing what I'm doing, I might not even be here in 10 years. A lot of my friends aren't even here now.
So, okay. How does that make you feel?
It sucks.
You know you have the power to change that. What all is holding you back?
I just don't want to get rid of it. I'd love to say that I could, but it's just hard.
This is your life. So you have to decide what you want out of it.
Yeah.
What do you want out of
I mean, I would like to be successful, but I don't know.
it? I want want you, since our session is ending, your assignment for this week is to make a list of everything you want out of life
Mm-hmm.
and what you're gonna do to get there. And when we meet up next week, we can discuss that more into detail and figure out how you can get there.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Sure.
Do you think you can do it?
Maybe.
I think you can do it.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'll see you next week.
See ya.